What does our 17th president, Andrew Johnson, have to do with you? He was the first one impeached, and he kind of invented reverse racism. For the record, this is my least favorite president. Andrew Johnson was a Southern former slaveholder from Tennessee who, after the end of the Civil War and Lincoln's assassination, got into the White House and refused to enforce Reconstruction. He sided with the Confederacy at every available opportunity. He pardoned thousands of traitors, including giving amnesty to Jefferson Davis, the former president of the Confederacy, who was captured by federal troops wearing his wife's cloak. When Congress passed the Civil Rights Act in 1866 that gave newly freed black people citizenship, Andrew Johnson vetoed it and claimed reverse racism. This bill provides more protections to people of the black race than people of the white race. Who won't somebody think of whites? Congress overrode his veto. Get bent. He was also deeply opposed to the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment, which contains birthright citizenship and overturns the 3/5 clause, meaning that the 14th Amendment allows states to appropriate their representation in Congress based on their full population. Their full population, counting everybody as a person. The opposition to this amendment, if you're a Southerner like Johnson, is pretty dumb because the 14th Amendment makes Southern states more powerful because now they get to count their black population as whole people. But nobody said white supremacists were smart. The only thing they're supreme at is terrible haircuts. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Congress wanted to use the military to enforce Reconstruction policies in the South. President Farquaad did not want to do that. And in order to prevent Congress from doing that, he wanted to fire Edwin Stanton, who was Lincoln's Secretary of War, replace him with somebody else, and get somebody loyal in there to give himself control of the military. To stop him from doing this, Congress passed the Tenure of Office Act, which prevents a president from firing cabinet officials without Congress's permission. This is Edwin Stanton. Look at the beard. Andrew Johnson fired him anyway, and Stanton refused to leave, barricaded himself in his office. For breaking the law, Congress impeached him, the first president to be impeached. He was impeached in the House. It went to the Senate. He was acquitted by 1 vote. As we are currently living in an administration that's trying to take us back to pre-Reconstruction era America, I think it's important to point out that if Andrew Johnson had appropriately punished the South for their treason, we would probably not be here. If racism and anti-blackness in the South had not been allowed to fester and take over almost immediately after the Civil War, we would likely not be here. Rot.